Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The man of the hour, Aristotle Dumas, is about to throw his big soirée in the south of France. However, it seems the list of attendees isn't quite finalized. In the Young and Restless preview below, find out who Victor wants to ensure is at that party. Plus, what has Mariah been too frightened to talk about? And look who is back in Genoa City. At the Jazz Lounge, Holden eavesdrops on a conversation between Audra and Victor about Dumas' upcoming party at his private estate. Holden is up to something, as he recently learned Dumas fired him and Damien, and suspects Damien threw him under the bus to their mysterious boss. Perhaps he's looking for an into Dumas' Friday the 13th bash, though why would anyone want to go to someone's party on that day of all days, especially someone with Dumas' reputation? As Holden listens in, Victor informs Audra he has another task for her. He wants her to make sure a certain someone he just signed a most interesting contract with is in attendance. But why? Daniel gets a surprise when his favorite rock star shows up in town. Yes, Danny and Cricket are back, but why? They haven't been invited to Dumas' big party, have they? Finally, Tessa has been trying to be patient with her wife but knows something has been eating at Mariah since her trip. Fans of the couple can rest assured that it wasn't a one-night stand, though that's not much comfort, as Mariah calls what happened much worse. Not only couldn't she tell her mother, but she was afraid to face it herself. Next week, confronted by her wife, what Mariah has to say sends a dark shiver down even our spines. Read the Young and Restless spoilers to find out who is getting an ultimatum from Victor now, and who makes Nick a promise. Want the latest teasers from all 5 shows? Check out a preview of exactly what will go down around the daytime dial in the gallery below. Young and the Restless preview. As you know whose big party is the talk of the town, Mariah ponders breaking her silence. In Genoa City, nothing stays a secret for long. And this week, the glitz and glamour of a certain high society bash threatens to expose more than just old rivalries. It could unravel hidden truths, reawaken betrayals, and push one woman to the edge of a long-held silence. The invitations went out in embossed gold. No name attached, just a place, a time, and a phrase whispered like wildfire: dress for drama. It's not every day that a party with no host still manages to become the biggest event in Genoa City, but when the powerful, the wounded, and the dangerously curious are all summoned to the same room, there's no telling who will survive the night unscathed. The party to end all parties. Rumors swirl through society and crimson lights like perfume and gasoline. Who is throwing this party? Why now? What's the agenda? Some say it's Victor Newman, testing loyalty with a touch of theatrics. Others suspect Phyllis Summers is behind it, stirring the pot after a few quiet weeks as very her. But the name on everyone's lips is none other than the newly returned Jordan Howard, still a pariah to many, yet suspiciously invisible for days. Could she be hiding in plain sight, orchestrating something bigger than mere revenge? The venue is none other than the rarely used Abbott Estate Conservatory, transformed for one night only into a gilded masquerade of power and pretense. Lights, strings of white orchids, and a grand piano beckon the town's elite, and their secrets, into the lion's den. Mariah, a ticking clock of conscience. While the rest of Genoa City rushes to find the perfect outfit and perfect excuse to crash the event, one woman is staring down something far more dangerous than social embarrassment, the truth she's kept buried for months. Mariah Copeland has never been a stranger to drama, but lately, she's tried to find peace in quiet routines, raising little Aria with Tessa, staying clear of old enemies, and focusing on her work at Chancellor Winters. But that peace is fragile, and her mind hasn't been at ease since that night. Only a handful of people know what happened during that anonymous tip-off at the Newman warehouse last fall. A late-night visit, a locked door, a voice she recognized but couldn't place, and a flash drive passed into her hand with trembling fingers. Ever since then, Mariah has been holding onto a secret that could dismantle one of Genoa City's most powerful alliances. She was told to forget it. For your own good, they said. You didn't see anything, they warned. But Mariah saw everything. Now, as the masked party draws near, so does the moment she's dreaded, because the one person who could expose the contents of that flash drive has RSVP'd yes. And if they speak up before she does, it could paint her as complicit in a cover-up that touches everyone from Devon to Diane. Tessa sees the cracks. At home, Tessa senses her wife's unrest. Mariah's been jumpy, lost in thought, even evasive about something as simple as a friend's wedding playlist. When she finally confronts her, the tension crackles. Are you keeping something from me? Tessa asks gently, voice cracking just slightly. Mariah wants to tell her. She almost is, but that same old fear bubbles up. If she tells the truth, people she cares about will get hurt. And if she doesn't, she may lose the person she loves most. The camera lingers on Mariah's face as she whispers, I can't talk about it. Not yet. But later that night, after Tessa has gone to bed, Mariah opens her laptop and watches the contents of the flash drive once again. Shaky security footage, grainy audio, and a transaction that should never have happened. And in the shadows, a face she knows. I have to do something, she says to no one. The guest list of chaos. As the night of the party arrives, the town is buzzing. Everyone has a motive, a mask, and a secret. Nikki Newman arrives arm in arm with Victor, regal and defiant. She's determined to keep the peace, but is haunted by whispers of Jordan's return and fears she may not have escaped her grasp as cleanly as she thought. Kyle Abbott shows up with a new date, desperate to prove he's moved on from Summer, but he may have walked into a trap of his own making when his date turns out to be connected to a key player from Mariah's secret. Phyllis can't help herself. She's determined to expose someone, anyone, if it means regaining leverage. But what she finds in the coachroom may be a clue to something far bigger than her petty rivalries. Adam Newman lurks on the edge of every conversation, calculating, listening, catching fragments of truths he wasn't supposed to hear. His discovery of a certain USB drive case on a tray of desserts may shift the balance of power, if he knows what he's holding. Devin Hamilton is uneasy. Something about the party feels off. When he spots Mariah pacing on the balcony, he follows, not just to comfort her, but to get answers about the tension he's sensed for weeks. Mariah's moment of reckoning. As midnight nears, a surprise guest enters, Heather Stevens. Her appearance, unannounced and radiant in a blood-red gown, immediately sends a ripple through the room, not because of what she's wearing but because of what she's carrying. A silver envelope. She hands it to the pianist, who slides it under his bench, and continues playing. The envelope contains a list of names. People tied to a financial cover-up. People in the room. Mariah watches from the balcony, heart pounding. She knows what's inside. She knows once it's opened, the whole town will be shaken. She whispers to herself, I have to speak. Before someone else does. Downstairs, the pianist shifts his song to a dramatic waltz. The room quiets. Heather nods toward the envelope. Victor arches an eyebrow. Nikki grips her champagne flute like it's a dagger. Mariah walks in. The room parts like the Red Sea. I have something to say, she announces. Tessa arrives just behind her, eyes wide but supportive. Devin steps forward, wary. Phyllis looks like a cat ready to pounce. I didn't come here to ruin anyone, Mariah begins. But I also can't stay quiet anymore. She holds up the flash drive. This has everything. Bank transfers, illegal deals, a manipulation of charity funds. And it all ties back to someone in this room. Gasps ripple. Someone drops a glass. I was told to stay quiet. I told myself it wasn't my problem. But it is. And I won't be complicit anymore. The screen in the corner of the room flickers to life. Mariah inserts the flash drive. And the truth begins to play. Fallout begins. What's revealed in the next 5 minutes will reshape alliances, spark furious denials, and ignite new feuds. One power couple will break. One long-forgotten villain will rise again. And one innocent person, perhaps even Mariah herself, may find themselves facing legal consequences for what they've been hiding. But as Genoa City begins to unravel the fallout, Mariah stands a little taller. She's no longer a bystander. She's a truth teller. And in a town like this, that's the most dangerous thing you can be. Coming up this week on Y&R. A shocking arrest rocks the Abbott family. Sharon makes a mysterious phone call to someone not seen in Genoa City in years. Chelsea and Billy face an unexpected test. And Elena finds herself with a cryptic message that may link back to Hillary's past. Hold on to your masks, the party may be over, but the consequences are just beginning. Would you like this turned into a dialogue-heavy script-style recap or cut into shorter daily episode segments? Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our Update World 24 YouTube channel for more update news.